They'll take it.
And this I got for you.
What did you do that? What'd you have to do that for?
Send an ambulance. Call the police. Hurry. 3270 Taylor. For a long time.
Hi, Lieutenant. Inspector. Hello. My partner and I got here 2 or 3 minutes after the robbery. We checked up and down the street, didn't find anything. The call's in, 4 extra cars in the area. Oh, the girl's the only witness. Her name's Lee Davis. Pretty broken up.
Is she the one that put in the call?
That's right. She was eating here when it happened.
What about the old man?
He's the owner. Tebaldo's his name. The ambulance doctor thought he'd be laid up for a long time. Said he couldn't tell for sure without x-rays, but he thought the old man had pulled through.
Okay, thanks. Miss Davis? I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Inspector Greb. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
The one who hit Pietro, he didn't have to hit him. He just hit him like that because he enjoyed doing it.
Will you start at the beginning and tell us what happened?
I don't know. It doesn't seem real anymore. It seems too terrible to be real.
For what time was it?
What?
For what time did it happen?
Oh, 2:30. I was just starting to eat. They came in off the street.
How many?
There were 2 of them. They had handkerchiefs across their faces. And they took out their guns right away. I never knew a gun could be so horrible until it was pointing right at me.
Did you get a look at their faces?
No, but one of them didn't wear a hat, and he had bushy hair. That was the nervous one.
Nervous?
Like he didn't quite know what he was doing. His hands kept shaking.
Did you see what his eyes looked like?
No.
Well, how about the other man? Was he nervous, too?
No. He was calm, mean. He's the one who hit Pietro. He's the one that frightened me.
And how big was he?
Oh, about the same as the other one. Maybe a little heavier.
Did you notice what they were wearing, remember?
They had on leather jackets, dark pants. And the calm one had on a gray hat. The other one didn't.
And how old would you say they were?
I couldn't tell.
Well, from the way they moved, would you say they were young, old, middle-aged, what?
I'd say young. The calm one, the leader, he seemed maybe a little older.
Now, you say this happened at 2:30?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you always eat your lunch that late?
Well, I work odd hours. I just come in here for a bite and talk to Pietro a little. I don't pay for my food here. Pietro helps me out. I'm a singer, a soprano, studying opera. Pietro loves it. Do you think he'll be all right?
We hope so, Miss Davis.
Do you have any idea how much they took from him?
It looked like a lot, but there were a lot of traveler's checks.
Traveler's checks?
Pietro does quite a tourist business.
Pietro, that's Mr. Tebaldo?
Yes.
Well, did he put up any resistance when they asked for the money?
Resistance? No, he didn't put up any resistance. He was so scared, he just gave them the money when they asked for it.
Then they beat him up that way without any reason?
I was watching him. I'd say he has a reason. He likes to hurt people.
splits up. We don't want any more like this happening. So Matt and I'll take this street. You two take the next one over. You take the one opposite. Next will be in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yes, I was working in the window about that time, changing the display.
And you didn't notice these two men I described to you?
I'm sorry, I didn't see anything. When I work in the window, I concentrate.
All right, thank you.
I've been here all day, and I usually notice everyone that goes by.
Well, these were two men. They were both wearing leather jackets.
Leather jackets?
Yeah, did you notice them?
Oh, no, like I said before, I notice everyone. I would have remembered them.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Matt. No one has seen two men in leather jackets.
No luck here either.
Check, please.
Police officers, don't make a fuss.
What is this?
All right.
I didn't do anything.
All right, sit down, Mac. Sit down. What's your name?
Jim Casino.
Where do you live?
33 Orchard.
How long have you lived there?
Couple of months, but,
Where do you work?
well, I'm not working right
What
now.
kind of work do you do when you do work?
Well, I sheet metal work.
How do you live without working?
Well, I save some money.
Traveler's checks. Made out at the Baldo's restaurant. Where'd you get these, Jimmy?
I don't know where I got them. What would I be doing with traveler's checks? I'm not going to make a trip nowhere.
The next man, James Kasino. Suspicion of robbery, suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. Step up, Jim. What's your trade?
I already told you. Why do I have to say it again?
Just tell us again.
Sheet metal worker,
Who'd you work for?
Western Sheet and Tube.
That looks like one of
When's the
number
last
3.
time you worked in a sheet metal?
Are you certain?
Just about a month.
How'd you get along then?
I managed.
All right, Jim, I want you to put one of your hands over your face like this.
That's him. I'm as sure as I can be under the circumstance. The hair, voice.
Now, which one is he? The one that hit the Baldo?
All right, take
Oh,
your
no.
hand down.
It's the nervous one, the one who took
Step
orders.
back.
I wish it was the other one you had. I'd sleep better.
How many times do I have to tell you the same thing?
Well, suppose you start by telling the truth.
What makes you think I'm lying? I got no record or anything.
Well, we have a witness, Jim. You had these traveler's checks on you.
Oh, leave me alone, will you? Leave me alone.
Excuse me, Ben. This just came in. Thanks, Fred. Beauty, isn't it?
What is that?
You never told us you had a brother.
What do you care about my brother?
Well, he has quite a record back in Indiana and Illinois. Robbery, mayhem, assault with a deadly weapon, assault with intent to kill.
All right, so I got a brother in a pen back in Indiana.
According to this, your brother was out of the pen 2 months ago.
Yeah? Well, I never heard from him.
It's funny the way the breaks go, isn't it, Jimmy? 2 months ago, your record was clean. You'd never been in trouble. 2 months ago, your brother got out of the pen. 1 month ago, you quit your job. Today, you're here because of a robbery you pulled with a guy that answers your brother's description. Now, what would you think if you were us, huh?
That's your business, not mine.
Well, let's start at the beginning, Jim. You're a young man with a good chance to make something out of yourself. And as far as we know, this is your first mistake. You had a good record in the Navy. When you settled here after the war, you were steady on the job. Now, what happened? What went wrong, Jim?
The old man who was beaten up is pretty bad off, Jim. If he dies...
Okay. You're right about my brother. He came in town a month ago. I hadn't heard from him in years. I used to look up to him, like a god. Older brother, you know how it is. But now it's different. He scared me. I'd run into some tough boys, but no one like him. It seemed like he hated everything. Wanted to hurt everything. He started making fun of my job and the dough I was getting. He bullied me into quitting. Said he wanted me to work with him. You may not believe this, but I was scared to turn him down. We pulled 2 jobs outside of San Francisco. Yesterday was the first time in the city.
Where were the 2 jobs out of town?
Fresno, a bar, and San Jose, a restaurant.
Did you use a car?
Yeah.
Whose car?
We just borrowed them. Both of them were 53 Plymouths. We dropped them right after that.
Did you borrow a car yesterday?
No. We just got lost in the crowd.
What happened to the gun you used yesterday?
Well, I gave that back to Willie. He always carries 2 or 3.
And where does Willie live?
2980 Leavenworth. He lives with his wife. Apartment 38.
Is he there now?
Yeah, I think so. I was supposed to meet him there today. We were going out on another job.
Inspector, grab. What? All right. Miss, thank you very much. That was a hospital, Jim. Remember what I just told you about the breaks? Well, you just got one. The old man is going to live.
Have Asher cover the back. We'll go in the front.
Right. Take the back, Fred. We'll cover the front.
Who is it?
Police.
There's no one here. What do you want?
Willie Kasino, where is he?
I don't know. How'd you know where to come?
What happened to you?
Willie. My husband, Willie, beat me up.
He hurt me this time.
Where's he now?
I didn't know. I just told you.
We heard he was going out on a job.
That's right. That's why he did this to me. I tried to stop him.
Where's he pulling it?
I don't know. I think I'd try to watch out for him after he did this to me.
What part of the city?
I don't even know if it was in the city. He didn't tell me. What's wrong with Willie?
What?
What's wrong with my husband? He's nice looking. He's smart. Why isn't he like other men?
Well, you married him. You ought to know him better than we do.
I married him because I thought I could make him like other men. Then he went to jail again. I waited and prayed for him. When he got out, he said he wanted to come out west and make a new start. Not much of a start, is it?
It's liable to be a worse finish unless we get him.
Is he coming back here today?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. I was supposed to meet him.
Where? Where, Mrs. Casino?
Oh, Willie. Willie.
Mrs. Casino,
Go away.
you're shielding a vicious criminal.
Who made him vicious? You. And you. And all the other cops that hounded him all of his life, he told me.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Why shouldn't I believe it? Look, you're hounding him right now.
He's out committing a crime right now.
I don't care. I don't care. I love him. I married him. He's my husband. And I won't help you kill him. No, I won't help you kill him.
Ben, radio reports a bar out in North Beach was held up. There was some shooting. Bartender and customer killed. The guy that did it answers the description of Willie Casino.
We'll see that she gets downtown. And keep this place staked out in case he comes back here. What's the address?
Barney's, 2237 Powell.
Okay.
Shot them both through the chest.
What's your name?
My name's Will Parker. I'm a watchman. Work in the factory down the street. That's how I happen to have this gun with me. Did you use it? Yep. I don't think I hit him, but I tried.
Will you fill us in on what happened, all of it?
It was after lunch. Me and this other fella and Frank the bartender. Who's the other fella? The dead one there. We were the only ones here. Then this guy walks in off the street with a handkerchief over his face and his gun drawn. He says for us to get our hands up. We all did like he said. Then he told Frank to give him the money out of the register. Did he give him the money? Yes, he gave it to him. And he kept telling the fella he didn't want no trouble.
Then why did all the shooting start?
I can't figure it. Maybe this fella just wanted to kill someone and didn't need no excuse. It was the most cold-blooded thing I ever seen. He shot Frank point blank right through the chest.
And then what?
This other fella screamed. You wouldn't think a man would scream, but he did. So the guy turned the gun on him and shot him, too. Then it was my turn. He hit me, but not where he aimed.
Well, you said that you took a shot at him.
Yeah, but I'm not proud of that. I was too slow getting my gun out, and I'm pretty sure I missed him. Thank you very much.
Come in, Mrs. Casino.
Sit down.
I'm not going to tell you about Willie. I married him so I could help him, not so I could put him in jail.
Ever been in trouble?
How do you mean trouble?
Police trouble. Ever been arrested?
No. Never did anything wrong, either. I always tried to help Willie from doing wrong, too.
Do you consider yourself a good woman?
Police talk about good and bad. I don't.
Well, let me put it this way. Would you knowingly hurt someone?
No.
Would you knowingly kill someone?
No.
Would you let someone be killed if you could stop it?
No.
Well, Willie did this afternoon. 2 dead men.
I don't believe you.
We wouldn't lie to you, Mrs. Casino. See for yourself.
Now, it'll happen again unless you help us.
What do you want me to do?
Where did your husband tell you to meet him?
My aunt's house. I have an aunt living here.
Oh, you think he's there now?
I'm sure of it. You know why? Silly reason. My aunt makes a special sauce for spaghetti. Well, he's crazy about it.
What's your aunt's name?
Beth Marin,
Where does she live?
155 Bourbon Avenue.
That's the Forest Hill section.
Lieutenant, don't hurt him.
Fred,
Get anything?
we think he's at this address. Get Vandervoort and Keating. We're going to take a look.
All right.
Yes?
The police officers looking for Mrs. Marin.
I'm Mrs. Marin.
Are you Madge Casino's aunt?
That's right. Come in.
Is Willie Casino here?
Please, he said he'd kill me if anyone found him.
He'll probably kill you if we don't find him.
Last room, the end of the hall. It's padlocked.
Inside?
Outside. He made me do it that way. Here's the key. He's hurt.
How bad?
I don't know. He was bleeding. He was shot.
You better stay here. Come on out, Willie, police officers.
I ain't going nowhere.
Come on out.
Come and get me.
Through the neck. I don't know how he made it back from the bar.
Guess the old man's eyes weren't so bad at that.
San Francisco Beat is produced with the cooperation of the San Francisco Police Department. We are grateful to Chief of Police Michael Guthrie and the men in his organization who have contributed their time and effort to make this program possible.